Alright. Alright, I got the microphone up now. Finally. There you go, I got the microphone ready. Alright. Burbank ground, Aircal 564. Alrighty. Looking good. Okay, for some reason the controller cannot hear me. I mean, I'm looking at the settings and my audio is fine, so maybe I'll try disconnecting and reconnecting. Burbank ground, negative Aircal 564 cannot hear you. Okay, so the controller can hear me, but it turns out I cannot hear him, so probably it's his mic. I cannot put in my flight plan without a clearance, so... Let me try SoCal. SoCal departure, Aircal 564. Okay, that's strange. Something's wrong with this thing. Speakers, yep. SoCal departure, Aircal 564. Okay, something is going on here. Something is wrong here. I don't know what's going on. My audio is just fine. In the VATS incline, my audio is just fine. I do not know what is happening with this thing. We try LA Tower. LA Tower, Aircal 564. Is good now? Yeah, I know that. Okay. For some reason, the people are saying that they can hear me, but for some reason, I cannot hear them, and that shouldn't be happening. I should hear them perfectly. I should be hearing them perfectly. Strange. Okay, I'm gonna text Burbank ground. Okay. That's weird. Okay, something weird is going on. Okay, let me try closing the client and opening it back up. This is strange, this never happened before. Cam reconnecting. Burbank ground, Aircal 564, radio check.
Aircal 564, Burbank ground, have you 5x5.
Alright, now I got you 5x5. Alrighty, we fixed it, I guess.
Awesome.
I guess that fixed it. Alrighty, so now I can get my clearance. Alright, finally getting our clearance. Burbank ground, Aircal 564, IFR Concord with Foxtrot.
Aircal 564, Burbank ground, Gulf now current, and I'm not showing a flight plan on file. You can resubmit it.
I did file a flight plan. I should have filed one. Oh my god, what is going on today? Okay, I'm gonna refile the flight plan. Aircal 564 has the flight plan on file.
Aircal 564, it's received, clearance number 1, standby.
Alrighty, he's gonna, I guess, talk to his boss, get the clearance approved. All the passengers are boarded now. We don't even have our flight plan in. So he's most likely gonna give us the Oros 2 departure and probably runway 15.
Aircal 564, Burbank ground, you ready to copy your clearance?
Aircal 564 is ready to copy. Don't tell me. Aircal 564 is ready to copy.
You're clear to Buchanan Field Airport. The Oros 2 departure, Castro transition, then continue as filed. Climb via the SID, accept, maintain 4000. Expect flight level 300, 5 minutes after departure. Departure is on 128.05, squawk 1024.
Which airport did you say we're cleared to?
I got you going to Buchanan. Kilo Charlie Romeo.
Oh, roger, I heard Gatfield, so, okay. Aircal 564 is clear to Buchanan, Oros 2 departure. What was the transition?
Castro transition.
Castro transition is filed and climb and maintain 4000, expecting flight level 300, departures on 128.5, squawk 1024.
Aircal 564, readback correct. Push and start, contact me.
Wilco. Alrighty, got our clearance, we're all set. Take runway 8, and Oros 2 departure. Castro transition. Alrighty. The Castro transition. Then we're gonna go to Rehberg. Is that how you spell it right? Nah. That is not how you spell it. Rehberg. There you go. Alright, activate that. Alright. Okay, we're gonna set our altimeter, which will be, let's see, look at the ATIS. Okay, altimeter is 29906. We'll set that right there. Alright. Got our clearance in. Alright, we're gonna set our navigation. We still gotta set our performance page. What did I do? Zero fuel weight. Let's check the page, our fuel page. And then reserve will be 4.8.
Ground hello, the American 67 vacated runway 8 at
Cost
72.
index is, where is it? Cost index, where is it? Cost index is 38. And we'll be going at flight level 300, which is 30,000 feet.
Good afternoon, welcome in. Where are you headed to again?
The terminal.
Cruise wind is 295 at 59 knots. That's the wind that we're gonna have when we're at cruising altitude. So almost 60 knots of wind. That's a lot of wind.
Yeah, the one that's like right behind us.
Yeah, okay. Make that right turn on Delta 1, hold short 26. I'll get you across shortly.
Alright, Delta 1, hold short 26. American.
Where are you going? We're going to Concord, which was where I used to live before I moved. So we're going to Concord. It's right now an airport for small single prop airplanes, but the 737 used to fly there back in the day, back in the 60s, during that time.
And American 67.
Alrighty, cell temperature will be 29. Then 113 is our 190 knots is our rotation speed. And 127 is our V2 speed. I'm gonna maintain 4,000. So in that once we take off, it looks like we're gonna have to make an immediate right turn. I don't know if that's actually how it is, so I'm gonna check the chart just to be sure. Okay, so it's gonna be a turn. It's gonna be a right turn heading 210. Yeah, so yeah, that's how it is. Alright, we're gonna set the pressurization panel. Cruise altitude will be a comfortable 30,000 feet, and the land altitude is around 10 feet, but we're gonna set it to 50 because, you know. Alright, let's look here. Set that to APU gen. Okay. We are officially ready for pushback. We're gonna go ahead and disconnect the stairs. Alright, the stairs are disconnected. We are going to go ahead and disconnect the GPU. Alright, so let's see, which way are we gonna turn? So I'd say, yeah, so we cannot go like this and turn all the way like that. So I'd rather just make it like that and make a right turn over there and just continue taxiing that way. Alright. Perfect. Pushback and departure. Alright. Set the beacon light. Burbank ground, Aircal Fast 64, ready for push.
Aircal 564, push and start approved, face east, expect runway 08.
Would it be okay if we just face south?
Yeah, firm, you can say south, cross you low, trying to cross you onto Charlie if you can get there, but if you can't,
Alright, roger, we're gonna push south, Aircal Fast 64. Alright, got our pushback clearance, we can push him back. Okay, here's the thing about these types of pushback tugs. So you see, it's gonna start lowering this part. It's lowering this part, so it's gonna grab onto the wheel. So you'll see, you see it grabs the wheel, and it's gonna lift the entire nose of the plane. That is how strong these trucks are. That is how powerful these things are. They can lift a plane. Alright, quick edit on map. Clear route. Cancel. Continue pushback. And nose right. Release parking brakes. Alright. Engine 2 start. Once this number reaches 25, we're gonna add fuel to the engine. Alrighty. Engine 1 start. I set the parking brakes. There you go. Alright. Engine generators will come on. Get the... Okay, for some reason the volume for the GSX ain't working, so I just have to read these things right here. Alright, left is clear, right is clear. We're gonna go ahead and add flaps 5. Let's do a controls check. What the? Alright, now my yoke should be working. Alright. Alright, let's set the trim for takeoff. Alright, let's pull up the ground chart. We're gonna call Burbank ground for taxi. Aircal 564 is ready for taxi.
Aircal 564, hold short, 33 at Charlie.
Can we make it to Charlie? Hold short runway 33 at Charlie. Okay, we are right on Charlie. So this is Charlie right there.
Aircal 564, cross runway 33 at Charlie, continue Charlie, hold short, runway 8, altimeter is 2996.
Cross runway 33 Charlie, taxi runway 8 via Charlie, Aircal 564. Alright, so can we make this turn? Let's see. What the? Something. Ooh. Oh, I thought that was a TWA. Strange. Turn on the taxi lights. Go ahead and turn off the APU. Okay. Get back on that taxi line. Let's go a little faster here.
Aircal 564, have a good flight out as you can, and thank you for flying Burbank. Hold short runway 8, contact emergency 28.05.
Over there, SoCal 128.05. Bye bye.
See ya.
Alright, we're gonna hold short of the runway and we're gonna call SoCal approach. Departure. SoCal departure. Alright, let's put on the toe brakes.
Okay, Seabird 800 passing 1,900 on climb 5,000.
Speedbird 8 Delta Sierra, SoCal approach, radar contact, climb maintain 13,000.
Climb maintain 13,000, Seabird 8 Delta Sierra.
Number 5 Alpha Zulu,
Oh
if
my
you're too
god,
high,
this is probably
clear
gonna
to
be
enter
real
a,
busy
left turn,
tonight.
left-hand pattern for runway 21.
We'll make it. 5 Alpha Zulu, we still got plenty of time.
Oh my god. SoCal departure, Aircal 564, short of runway 8, ready for departure.
Aircal 554, wind 350 at 10, gust 16, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8, clear for takeoff, Aircal 564.
American 2211, 9 miles, 100, maintain 3,600, 450, dial left 5 left.
Alrighty, here we go.
Speedboard 7540, flagging 360.
Heading 360 for Seaboard 72540.
Down to the 453 Heavy, LA Center offline. Change to advisory frequency approved. Have a good flight.
Alright, y'all ready? Let's get going.
Seabird 8 Delta Sierra, turn left heading, turn left, direct Clipper.
Turn left direct Clipper, Seabird 8 Delta
Take
Sierra,
off.
Sorry, 9er Victor, turn right heading 220, join the localizer, runway
Stabilize.
24 right.
Toga.
Turn right heading 220 to join the localizer, 24 right. So it's 90 knots.
Thrust
Sierra
is
21
set.
Bravo, reduce speed 210 knots.
Your
per
speed's
left.
alive. Check. Back pressure released.
V1. Rotate.
Pressure 5 Alpha 0 is clear, runway 21, but share.
Positive rate of climb.
Gears coming
5
up.
Alpha, this is 60 straight ahead, hope you have a great night.
Should hit the parking will be calling next show.
Wow, we got a lot of wind tonight.
Sorry, 9 Victor, 900 miles from Mercy, maintain
Bank angle
2,600,
check.
full established on the localizer, cleared ILS, full right approach.
Flaps coming up.
The other let's super right.
Let's get the autopilot on.
Category 9 Victor.
Aircal 564, radar contact, climb and maintain 13,000.
Climb and maintain 13,000 Aircal 564.
American 2690 is 17,000 CP2.
American 2690, SoCal approach, LA altimeter 299, cleared ILS 25 first.
Okay, that was one
TV
windy
cleared
takeoff.
ILS 25 left approach altimeter 299.8, and we have hotel.
Thank you. Aircal 564, clear direct approach, climb maintain flight level 230.
Clear direct arose, climb maintain flight level 300.
Flight level 230.
230 Aircal 564.
American 2211, contact LA Tower 120.905 today.
Contact tower 120.95.
Speedbird 8 Delta Sierra, maintain 15,000, LA Center offline, change to visor frequencies approved, good night.
15,000 and 1.8 Seabird 8 Delta
Alrighty,
Sierra.
looking good.
Speedbird 21 Bravo, speed 180 knots per hour. Okay, approach FedEx 1365, short runway 26 right at 13 right approach. FedEx 1355, wind 250 at 8, runway 26 right, cleared for takeoff. Okay, Seabird 7540, turn right heading 090.
Right turn in 090, Seabird 7540.
Alright, we're officially above 10,000 feet. We'll go up top, turn off the landing lights.
Speedbird 21 Bravo, aircraft at your 12 o'clock, 10 miles, Airbus 350, report the site. I know we're, let me know if you do get to see aircraft in flight. Aircal 564, LA Center is offline, change to advisory frequencies approved today.
Frequency change approved, Aircal 564, good night. Alrighty.
Sorry, 9 Victor, maintain 180 knots until the 5 mile final. Contact LA Center.
Alright, we can go ahead and climb to 30,000 feet. Now we don't have ATC with us, so now we can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Want to play War Thunder with me after this so I can e-stream on maybe? We'll see. We'll see, Noah. We'll see. We will see.
Traffic. Traffic.
Traffic? Uh-oh. Where's traffic? Where's traffic? Traffic, where are you? Alright, we're clear of conflict. Let's reset the altimeter to 290902.
Traffic. Traffic.
More traffic. Here we go. Incredible. Are you kidding me? Wow. That's just ridiculous. Wow. Okay. We're looking pretty good now. Alright, so here's a little background on Concord Airport. Their longest runway is 5,600 feet, which is a little short. Actually, it's pretty short for this type of aircraft. But I know that this plane has flown to that airport many times, so this should be able to do it. But I mean, this is my first time flying to Concord, so we'll just have to wait and see. Alright, we've been in the air about 17 minutes, almost 20 minutes, and the weather in Concord should be clear, and let me get the winds for Concord, because I lived in Concord, and it does get pretty windy over there. Yeah, so the wind is like 7 miles per hour, so that's not too bad. So that's nothing that this plane cannot handle. So we should be good. We should be good. Take a look at the EFB. Okay, we're now flying over Highway 5. This is the highway. It goes all the way up. California, Oregon, and Seattle, and it leads into Canada, and it can also lead into Mexico. Alright, so we're like 20 miles from Burbank, and then we will reach the oh my god, we're gonna reach the first waypoint of our arrival, which is Bomber. Which is the waypoint called Bomber. It's this one right here, and we're gonna descend to 15,000 feet. Who's that? Who is that guy? Got two planes right next to us. Got two planes next to us. Who are those guys? Let's see. They are not on the radar for VATSIM, so they are not connected to VATSIM, so I don't know who those guys are. Let's get up. I want to see all these close details in the PMDG. Does this thing work? No, it doesn't. Even an airworthy certificate. Wow, that is very realistic. And yes, every airliner in America has to have these visible in the cockpit as an indicator that the plane is airworthy and is certified to fly. Nice. The cabin is very detailed. The door could use a little work. Yeah, the door needs a lot of work. The galley needs some work too, but look at these seats, man. Got first class. Look at these seats. Has the seat belt all modeled up. Man, I love that. Does it have TVs? Don't tell me it has TVs. Oh, it has a TV as well. That's cool. And I like the way models. It's just I don't like when they just add like pictures. These just look like stickers to me. See the emergency exits. I do know that these emergency exits have animations, but they are poorly modeled. PMDG is known for making study-level aircraft, but they should work on the way they model stuff. The seats are amazingly modeled, the detailed fabric, all of that. And I mean, if you look at the cabin from a distance, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So get over here. Okay, we know what that looks like over there. Alright, we're like 127 nautical miles from Bomber, so we got plenty of time until we have to begin our descent.
Traffic. Traffic.
Great, more traffic. Who is that guy? Got lots of planes flying around us, but Alright, we're gonna go ahead and begin our descent. Begin our descent. Skip the winds. Conquer traffic, Aircal 564, descending bomber 1, arrival. Alright, so we are approximately 139 miles away from Concord, and we'll arrive there in like 20 minutes. Sorry, I had to go do something. Nah, man, you're fine. You're fine. Alright, we're gonna have to get our landing performance since this is it's a pretty short runway for a Boeing 737, so we'll see what we're gonna do. Go flaps 40. Okay, so the performance says that if we land with maximum brakes, like if we just slam the brakes, we'll have 400 feet left of runway. So yeah, but I mean it is what it is. So we're just gonna do it. Alright, flaps 40, there you go. Okay, it will go 125. Alright, we got a bit of a haze down there, that's fine. Our altimeter for Concord will be 3013. Okay, good. Is there an F4, an F-22 in this game, or maybe a C-130? Yes, there is, but it ain't free. It is not free. At least it's not as oh my god, my English. At least it's not as expensive as War Thunder. I mean, they charge you so much for a tank. I mean, come on. How long have you been up in the air? Well, we have been up in the air for about 35 minutes. Yes, we got 15 minutes to land. So we got a while until we can land. When do you start the descent, Noah? We have been descending for the last 10 minutes. We have been descending for the last 10 minutes. As you can see, our altitude is decreasing, you see? Altitude is decreasing. So we have been descending for the last 10 minutes. Alright. And keep it at 15,000. Got another guy up there. Who is that guy? That is United 1376 over there. That is United 1376. And he is a Airbus A320, one of my favorite aircraft, so that's cool. So a Josba is gonna be 11,000 feet. level change. Got like 51 knots of wind, so that's a lot of wind. Is there a free mod you can get for the F-22? Yes, there is. There is a website for this simulator where you can get mods for basically everything. I mean the sky's the limit. So I can check if we got a I can check if we have a mod for the F-22. We can see. Alright, we're gonna reduce our speed to 260 knots. Alright, we can go ahead and activate our altimeters. There you go, altimeters all activated. That should be blank. There you go. Turn on weather radar. Okay, we don't have any weather in the area, that's okay. Alright, so we got 51 knots of wind coming from the northeast at 50 knots. So it may look like we're going this way, but it turns out we're actually going that way. We're actually going that way, so... And if you don't know what this thing is, it's called a heads-up display. I know you probably should know what this is because you play War Thunder. And it just comes from a big projector up there. Alright, we're making our turn. Let's go to 250 knots. It's a beautiful sunset over there. Okay, we've been up in the air for almost 45 minutes. So after we land, we're gonna check for mods, specifically military aircraft mods. I do know that they got a C-17. I do know that for a fact that there is a free C-17. So if you want, we can try out the C-17 if you want. Alright, we're here at 11,000. We're gonna maintain that for a while. Never knew it was from a projector. Well, I mean, I don't know for fighter jets. I really don't know how it works for fighter jets. I don't know much about fighter jets. I know more about airliners or propeller planes. I mean, that's my field, but for fighter jets, I don't know if it comes from a big old projector, so I don't know. You can research if you'd like. What is that? What is that over there? Standby compass. Yeah, I got that. Looking good. Alright, we're gonna set our minimums, which is there you go. Just got my own YouTube and Twitch to stream. Hey man, good for you, man. That's cool. So in a few minutes, we're gonna descend all the way to 2,000 feet. That's gonna be our approach for. That's gonna be our final altitude for approach. That's the altitude we're gonna be at to transition into the approach for runway 19, right? Alrighty. So that right there is Mount Diablo, so behind that mountain is Concord. Alright, we're gonna go direct to Fefta. Okay, we're gonna start descending to 2,000 feet. We're gonna slow down to 225 knots. Okay, we'll extend the speed brake. Okay, we'll stow the speed brake. Alright, we're gonna keep descending to 2,000. Alright, we're gonna switch to the CTAF frequency, which is 119.7. Alright. Alright, let's turn on those landing lights. Alright, looking good. Okay, we got the HUD on. Alright, auto brake set to max. Okay, looking good. Alright. Approach. Whoa, whoa. Okay, now we're nose diving. Okay, okay, that's great. Okay, how fast are we descending? Like, damn, 3,000 feet per minute. Wow. stop this.
Traffic. Traffic.
Okay. Whoa. Whoa. What in the world is going on there? Who is that? Alright, we are turning towards the runway. Alright, y'all. Gotta make this a good landing. You going down fast? I sure am. We just caught the glide slope. So, okay, there's the runway. Gear down. Speed brake is on. Flaps 2.
2500.
Conquer traffic, Aircal 564 is inbound RNAV runway 19 arrest. Conquer traffic. Alright guys, rate the landing in the chat. Please rate the landing in the chat on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay, we're gonna reduce to our final approach speed. Flaps 15. Flaps 40. Alright, y'all, here we go. Alright, autopilot off. Okay, it's pretty windy.
500.
500, stable.
400. Approaching minimums.
Continue.
300. Minimums.
Landing. Okay, it's pretty windy.
100.
100. 100.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh, that was good. Speed brakes up versus normal. That was a good landing. That was a good landing. That was very good. Good landing. Thank you, Noah. Appreciate that. Alright, let's get the flaps up. Let's pick our gate. What am I doing? There you go. Okay, let's start the APU. It's a beautiful sunset tonight. Let's turn off the auto brake. This is the exact spot where my previous Civil Air Patrol squadron was. That's the exact spot where it was. I mean, where it is now. It's cool. Haven't been to this airport in a while. It's pretty cool to be back. Alright, let's see. Alright, so we're gonna turn right there. Alright. Turn off the taxi lights. We don't want to dazzle our ground crew. Alright, this is gonna be a pretty tight turn. There you go. Okay. Okay, shut down the engines. When you wanna be a pot. Wait, what am I reading? when you want to when you become a pilot, do you want to be a cargo plane or a passenger plane? I mean, damn, I've never been asked that before. I mean, I'd like to fly passengers because if you fly passengers, you get to go to more, exotic places. You get to go to fly to more exotic places, and the airline pilots, the flight passengers, they do get paid more than the cargo pilots. But I do like both. I mean, both of them have their pro and cons. All right, back to the flight. Go ahead and connect the stairs. Okay, what is going on here? There you go. What in the world? Why is this thing not working? Restart code. Okay. Yeah. Okay, for some reason that's not working. Alright, we'll go back to the main menu. And we're gonna look at some mods for some free mods for this simulator. There you go. Alright, so let's go down to the... Okay, so apparently you cannot see what I'm doing here. But I'm gonna buy... no, not buy. I'm gonna download the C-17 Globemaster. Okay, let's see. Okay, apparently you cannot see what I'm doing. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's look for that C-17. Let's look at these free mods. Okay, we got lots of options here. Okay, I got a B-24 Liberator. Let's see. Even a UH-60, that's cool. Oh god, let's see. Where are all the others? Oh, we even have an E2 Hawkeye, that's cool. I'm trying to look for that C-17. Where's that C-17? Alright, we have the Boeing F-18 Super Hornet. I can download that right now. I would love to download that now. I even have the EA-18 Growler. Camera off, yeah, I do. Yeah, I know that. I don't know how to get it to get my... to capture the... oh my god, how do I do this? Let's see. Oh, damn. Okay. Okay. Now you see what I'm doing? Okay, so... I found this F-18 Super Hornet and I found the Growler. But I do not see the... sorry, what am I doing? I don't see the... so we're gonna try the... god, I don't know what to try. You know what, I'll try the Growler. Try the Growler. Okay. The launch bar does not animate. Let me see. Let me see the other one. Okay. Okay, it's basically the same cockpit, just a different airplane. This is the same plane that the Blue Angels use, so I can download that. Growler. Yeah, we're gonna get the Super Hornet and the Growler and the C-17. Yeah, great. 5 minutes. See. I hate when this happens. Let me see. Damn. Okay, we'll just go back here. gonna take a while. Oh, it's almost done. Alright, that's done. Okay, we're gonna extract that. Alright, there you go. Okay, now we'll just copy that. Take out all this stuff. Okay, how do I... Okay, now we go Flights in 2020 Community, paste. Okay, that's good. And now the growler. 8 minutes? Oh god, no, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I'm not gonna wait 8 minutes for a plane. Yeah. Okay, there should be. Alright, where is the C-17? The C-17 should be in the last one because it's been a while since I've flown it. There it is, C-17 Globemaster. So overall, the cockpit in these pictures, they look great. They do look good here. Okay. Alright, it's downloading, then we're gonna paste it into the community folder. Well, sadly, I do not know how to start up a C-17, but I do know how to start up an F-18, so. Alrighty, it is done. Okay, let's extract that. There you go. Alright, we will copy that, paste it in. Okay, there's the F-18. Alright, there you go. Okay, game capture. Okay, so now we're gonna launch the sim. Yes, remove display capture. Okay, now we're just gonna launch the sim. It's taking a long time. I know, man. I know, man. Whoa. Alright, we're launching the sim now. Alright, it's all loaded. Okay. Okay, there's C-17 and here's the Super Horn. Here's Super Hornet. Okay, where's Travis? Alright, that's fine. Alright guys, thank you so much for being in this stream with me. Thank you for flying with me. I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.